My sister was assaulted by her husband. I fought the system to bring him to justice. And the price we all paid was heavy. I always believed that monsters lived in shadows, not in your living room, drinking coffee with your family. But I was wrong. One of them married my sister. My name is Daniel. I'm 32, and for the longest time, I believed my life was simple. I had a 9 to 5 job in finance, a small apartment in Chicago, and a great relationship with my younger sister, Emily. She was always full of light, smart, kind, the kind of person everyone naturally gravitates toward. About 2 years ago, she married this guy named Tyler. On the surface, he was charming, well-dressed, soft-spoken, polite. But behind that perfect smile, I could feel something was off. I couldn't put my finger on it until she stopped smiling. At first, I noticed the little things. Emily used to call me 3 times a week. Suddenly, it was once a month. When we did talk, her voice sounded rehearsed, flat, as if someone was listening in. One night, she called me out of the blue. Her voice was shaking. She said, "Danny, I need help." She ended up in the hospital that night. Tyler told doctors she fell down the stairs, but the bruises on her arms didn't look like a fall. She begged me not to involve the police. Said it was complicated, that it only happened once. I didn't believe him, and I didn't believe her either. But I couldn't force her. Not then. Instead, I started documenting every bruise, every visit, every strange phone call. And then one night, she showed up at my apartment, crying and holding a USB drive. The USB drive had recordings, audio, videos, screenshots. She had been secretly collecting them for months. Tyler was worse than I imagined. Not only was he abusive, he had been threatening her, recording her without consent, manipulating her, isolating her. This wasn't just domestic abuse. This was psychological torture, and it had to stop. We took the evidence straight to a lawyer, then to the police. The legal system moved slowly, but it moved. Tyler's lawyers tried everything, painting her as unstable, hysterical, even vengeful. But the recordings didn't lie. When the trial started, the courtroom was silent. I sat next to Emily as she testified. Watching her cry on the stand was the hardest thing I've ever seen. But she did it. And after 6 days of testimony, Tyler was found guilty. He was sentenced to 14 years in prison. But here's what no one tells you. Justice isn't clean. It doesn't wrap up like a movie. Inside prison, Tyler was attacked by other inmates after word spread about what he'd done. He was beaten severely. Doctors say he may never walk properly again. I didn't feel relief. I felt empty. Emily went into therapy. I started drinking. For a while, we stopped talking. We both felt broken, like the fight had taken pieces of us we'd never get back. It's been almost a year now. Emily's smiling again. Slowly, carefully. She works at a women's shelter now, helping others who've been through the same. As for me, I don't know if I believe in justice anymore, but I believe in survival, and sometimes that's enough.